Thank you, Tim and Moby, for that video. So one thing that came up in the video was the cause of the Civil War. The main cause of the Civil War was slavery. So what is slavery? So let's talk about that for a little bit. Slavery is the practice of people owning other people, which in Spanish is called esclavitud. Some of the questions that I've gotten in the past from kids are, when did slavery start, or where did slavery start? It's actually unclear as to when and where in history slavery started. We know, though, that it started a long, long time ago. Slavery, though, as we know it, the enslavement of Africans in the United States started in the 1600s. However, the difference between the enslavement of Africans by Europeans in the United States and other examples of slavery before that is that the enslavement of Africans was intended to be something that would be nearly impossible to get out of. If someone was a slave and they had a child, then their child would be born into slavery, and then their child would be born into slavery. So it was almost impossible for them to escape slavery. Yes, there were examples of slaves who were able to buy their freedom, but the way that it was intended, it was something that would be generational, that it would be forever. Why did it last for so long? Slavery is horrible. We know that. Slavery is something that should not have ever happened. However, the United States, both the North and the South, made a lot of money from slavery. So it was a big part of the US economy. Also, another reason it lasted for so long is because Caucasians developed a hierarchy in their minds that they were on top and all other races were beneath them. And this has had a negative impact on the lives of African Americans, and not just the African Americans who were enslaved during the time of the Civil War, but African Americans after that, even after the end of slavery, have been negatively impacted by that. We want to keep in mind that slavery is just one part of Black history. There have been many, many amazing accomplishments by African Americans, and Black history is filled with incredible successes. Slavery is just one small part of Black history. I know that you probably still have more questions about slavery, and I want you to feel free to talk to your parents. You can email me, talk to your friends, and we'll keep coming back to this because it's a big part of our US history and it's a big part of the Civil War.